Hello again. So we are doing the second half of our top 10 list. If you were able to watch that, then welcome back. If you haven't watched that yet, check it out. Um, and we're going to start from 5 and go through to number 1. This time I'm going to start. So my number 5 is Space Base. This one's a fairly new one. I got it, a couple months ago?
Oh, yeah.
I think I played it the first time at 401 Games. That's our local game store. And just tried it out there, and I loved it. It's so much fun.
It's not fun.
I love building an engine. Well, not literally, but you're building a tableau in front of you, and it works how you build it, and like with every dice roll, it's going to give you different things depending on how you've built it. And it's colorful too. Really simple. I like that it's a science fiction theme because I like science fiction. But the game could really be any theme. Like, the theme doesn't make the game.
No.
It has very little to do with the mechanics, I think. But that's fine. I like spaceships.
So that's a space.
Yeah, space base.
Space base.
So that's my number 5. 2 years ago, my number 5 was Firefly.
That's about a spaceship.
That is about a spaceship. It is fun. We'll give it that. I like doing. I've never played the game to win. I don't try to because I don't know. It makes it more complicated for me. I like just existing in that, or existing in the verse, and just going around doing these different jobs and making money. And it's just fun. The reason that's dropped off, and it's dropped fairly far, is it's just a long game. Remember during the 24-hour marathon?
Yes.
I think we were playing that for 3 or 4 hours. It can take a long time depending on how many people there are.
Because I was trying to sleep.
Oh.
we had put Firefly on the big screen and over the sound system in the church, and then you guys were playing it.
And we made it through a couple episodes.
Thinking, like, shut up!
It's a long one. It's a fun one, but it's a long one. But that was 2 years ago, number 5.
Number 5, Dinosaur Island. Higher up on my list than it was on yours.
Yes.
It could be maybe because you've also played it a lot more, but you also play a lot more games than I do on average, anyways. But,
right.
And we don't have to agree on everything all the time. It's definitely
it's a family favorite.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we've taught it to almost everyone in the family, and no, I really like it. It's colorful. It's fun. There's dinosaurs. Now that I fully get the hang of how to do it and everything like that, I feel comfortable-ish teaching it to other people as well.
I find it's easy to teach for the most part because everything's laid out in a certain way. It's like you have phase 1. There are 4 things you can do there, so you just go through that. And phase 2, there's a couple things you can do there. There's just a lot of information. It's a lot to take in, but it's easy to teach. Yeah.
So, Dinosaur Island is my number 5, and we'll see how it changes once we get our expansion.
And 2 years ago was a game that is higher on your list now, but we won't say how high. But 2 years ago it was?
Oh!
Oh! Dutch Blitz. Dutch Blitz.
It was number 5.
Number 5.
Huh.
Yeah. You'll have to see what comes next.
Yeah.
But you love that game.
I love that game.
You'll play it anytime.
Yeah.
Number 4. My number 4 is Xenoshift. Doesn't matter which Xenoshift. There's Onslaught, there's Dreadmire, there's really pretty much the same game. There's not too many differences that change the game too much. It's another deck building game. I love deck building. That's probably my favorite mechanic. It's cooperative. I love cooperative games. Another favorite mechanic. And it's like Starship Troopers meets like one of those tower defense games for your phone, like Plants vs Zombies or other things. There's just aliens coming at you, and you have to try and kill them, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the artwork in it too.
The grotesque, scary creatures.
Oh, I'll have to play it again because last time we got murked.
Yes, so 2 years ago, it was Battlestar Galactica for me.
Oh,
yeah. Battlestar Galactica, it's a fantastic game. It's another cooperative game with the chance that there could be someone against you. Not a chance. There is someone against you. You don't know who. And it's very like thematic. You feel the tension and stuff like that. It's a fantastic game. It's another one that takes too long. I just don't have time for these long games anymore. I ended up buying and acquiring all the 3 expansions for it, and they never got played because it adds complicatedness and adds time, and I never had the chance to learn any of them because I got too many of them all at the same time. I didn't want to open the rulebook for 3 games, but we ended up getting rid of the expansions, and now I just got the regular game, so it'll be easier to get that to the table. And number 4 for you. What's your number 4?
King Domino.
It's a good one.
Yep. I will always play King Domino. It's fun. It's quick. Again, it's easy to kind of explain. It's like a puzzle.
With dominoes? With
dominoes. Yeah, I enjoy it. I like the challenge of keeping within a 5x5 grid. It's just fun. Yeah. I like...
something.
Yeah. Sorry. I like the challenge of just trying to get as many crowns as possible and
build a puzzle kind of thing.
And being a little stinker when you can look across and see what someone else is trying to do, and then you grab the tile that they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I want to give Queen Domino a try.
Yeah, it's as far as I know, it's the same idea, but there's more to it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more game.
So that's my number 4. King Domino.
2 years ago, your number 4 was Boulder Dash.
Oh, we played
as far as party games go, this is always going to be a favorite for me too. Boulder Dash is fantastic. I mean, you can't say anything negative about that game.
No. Yeah, the game itself is pretty good. Sometimes you can play it with people that are just not funny. But that's their problem. That's not the game.
That's not the game. That's the people, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boulder Dash is fantastic.
Yeah, we just played it on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my number 3.
Number 3.
Is another game I don't have, but I will never have to own it because my friend Dave has everything. Everything that they've ever made for the game in a big black box. It is fantastic. It's a superhero game, so that's like a positive right off the bat.
Yeah.
And it's not deck building, but like you play a hero and you have a deck of cards for that hero, and it's just a card game where you're trying to beat up on the villain. Another cooperative game. There's a trend. Yeah. It's great. There's so much replayability because there's like 20 different villains. There's like 20 different environments that you can be fighting in. There's like 50 heroes, and each of them has a variant of their own. Like, you could... maybe Dave has played everything at least once, but I don't think he's tried every variation. So, like, you can play it until the cows come home. And then play with the cows. But it's fantastic. Last year, or not last year, 2 years ago, my number 3 was Space Empires. Um,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Was that like the 6-hour game you played?
Another one, yeah. We played it at Niagara, and we played it for like 6 or 7 hours, and still never finished the game. It's fun. Like if you like building a space empire, and that's why it's called Space Empires. If you want to create an empire, that's the game to do it in. It's fun. You have ships flying all around space, and you're colonizing planets and stuff like that. It's long. It's the longest game on this list from 2 years ago. It's a long one.
Mm-hmm.
But
number 3?
Wait.
3?
3, yeah.
3. Number 3 is another party game. I really like party games. This one is Telestrations.
This one's really fun.
It's really fun. I just played it with a youth group a little while ago, and it was fun. We stayed up. It was late. We were all kind of giggly and hopped up on sugar.
That's the best time to play it.
It was a little frustrating. It was frustrating for us because we had dead markers.
Yeah.
But once you get past explaining the draw, the flip, it's funny. It's just like the broken telephone, and it's fun to see like where the telephone actually broke, who either can't
who broke it,
and it's who either can't spell, who can't draw, who can't
guess very well.
And it's funny, right? If you're with a good group of people, you can kind of poke fun at each other. Yeah. But I love just at the very end, reading through it all.
Yeah.
You can either start at the end and then go back to the beginning, and then everyone will be like, "Oh, that's what it was."
Or you can
start at the beginning
and
and
see
then,
how it devolves.
Yeah, watch the chaos.
That's for me at least. Maybe you too. That's another game that I don't care if I keep score. I don't think we usually keep score either.
No, you can you give a point to the person with the funny, like the best drawing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of funny too because it's up to you, right?
Yeah, and you can get points if it makes it all the way and it stays the same. But it's also it's a drawing game, and it's way more fun when people can't draw.
Yeah.
Don't try to be an artist.
Oh, I don't know.
Shirt pump.
Shirt pump. And what's a shirt pump?
Jungle Mouse King.
Yeah. Soccer mom turned into Thunder Toilet.
These are things that they devolve into.
But it's like oh, that's not even a thing.
How did that happen?
What's a shirt pump? Anyways,
it's
funny.
It's hilarious. If you want a good laugh, Telestrations is number 1.
It's number 3.
3 or 2 years ago, number 3 for you was Taboo, which is still on your list.
Yep, still on my list. I love playing it, and I'll always love playing it.
All right, my number 2, and it's number 2 because it's been a couple months since I played it last, and I really been itching to play it again. It's another one Dave has. It's Spirit Island, another cooperative game. What is it? 1,
you're just a friendly guy.
3, 4 cooperative games in my top 10. But this is like reverse Settlers of Catan. Settlers of Catan, you're colonizing an island. Spirit Island is you are playing the gods or the spirits of the people that already live on that island, and you are trying to get the new colonizers off of the island. Yeah. Scaring them or sweeping them into the sea. There's a couple of these spirits, and they all play very differently. It can be a complicated game to learn because there is a couple moving pieces, but it's so fun. And one of my favorite spirits plays exactly how I want it to play, and it's just kind of turtles until like halfway through the game, and then it becomes the most powerful.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to play.
Yeah, it's a fun one. 2 years ago, my number 2 was Xenoshift. It's probably always going to be in my list.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
My number 2 is currently is Suro. I know it's not a new game. I first played it last year at Niagara, but I know that we had it at one of our family game nights, and I just didn't get a chance to play it. It's just like it's simple. You're putting tiles down.
Yep.
I seem to like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've played it a lot lately with our brother-in-law, Jeremy.
Yeah, he likes that one too.
And it's just funny because it's like making sure you just don't fall off the edge of the map. I just like it. Or crash into people.
Yeah.
And we just get kind of funny and silly. And
yeah.
The more people, the more like hectic it can be if you're running into people. Yeah. I just enjoy it. It's just fun and silly and very easy. And
the quickest game to teach anyone.
Yep. That's another reason I like it.
Put a tile down and follow the path on the tile.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. Very easy.
That's the game.
Yeah, I really like it. Currently, it's number 2 for me.
Yeah, it's fun. It didn't make my top 10, but it's up there.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago.
Oh my gosh! I was thinking about this today, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2 years ago was, for you, was Pole Economy.
Pole Economy.
We've got the old Canadian version. It's an old game from way back, but we've got a Canadian version which is up at the cottage, and I've also made an updated version for myself as well with all like updated companies and a nice looking board and all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's a fun game. I think it's a better version of Monopoly.
It's got pretty much exactly the same as Monopoly, only you don't end up hating people at the end.
Your mom seems to hate people and calls them jerks for taking the properties she wants.
Yeah, well, that's a separate issue. We won't go into that in case she watches this video. No, but it's fun because it's like, okay, well, if you owe the person money and you don't have it, you just don't have to pay them.
Yeah.
And you don't have to put your company up for mortgage like you would in Monopoly. And you don't get royally screwed over.
You just don't have the money.
Yeah.
I like that. It's better than Monopoly where you're just kicked out of the game. And you have to sit there and twiddle your thumbs and watch everyone else play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that was your number 2 last 2 years.
Are you ready for number 1?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1 is new to the list. Very new. I played it at 401 Games again. Not even months ago. Probably weeks ago. And I tried it with my friend Dave. And after the first time we played it, I couldn't stop thinking about how much I enjoyed the game, so I went and traded one of my old games for it like a week later. And that is Formula D. It's a formula, it's formula racing, or you can do like street racing, but it's a racing game. And you're rolling dice to move around the track, but it's a little bit more involved than that. It's not just like roll a dice and move and roll and move again.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some strategy to it. But it's
fun.
It's
you
fun.
Teeny tiny cards.
It's pretty easy to, at least the beginner mode. I haven't looked into the more advanced rules yet, but the beginner mode is really easy to teach. And pretty quick. Like I think you can do a lap in about a half hour, so 2 laps in 45 minutes. Yeah, but that's my number 1.
It was fun.
2 years ago, my number 1 was Zia.
Wow.
Or Zaya, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Legends of a Drift System.
It's not even on your list.
No, but it's up there.
Yeah.
It's sort of like Firefly in that you are flying around space doing jobs, except in Zia, you can like improve your ship and like get a new ship and do way more things than you can in Firefly, and like you can attack each other, which adds a little bit more depth. And it's what's called sandbox game, so you can do whatever you want and get points. If you just want to go and like mine an asteroid over there, you can do that all game.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was my number 1.
So, my number 1, it's certainly not a new game, but the app helps me figure this out, and I don't disagree with it. It's always going to be in my top 10, and depending on my mood, and depending on how often I've played it, and depending on who I've recently played it with, it's going to be Dutch Blitz. I'm sorry. I love that game. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Another party game, I like that you can play with just 4 people or you can play with 8 people.
I don't know if I'd consider a party game, more just like a regular card game.
Well, it's always a party when I play Dutch Blitz, Matthew. Always. It's just, it brings up a lot of memories for me. Memories of playing at youth group, memories of playing game nights, family nights, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I play, depending on who you're playing with, you can be loud and obnoxious. I play with your sister, and we love each other. We're really, like, we're family. We're pretty good friends, but we get really nasty to each other. And the insults come flying, and other people.
When you're playing the game,
when
yeah.
we play, yes, when we're playing the game, only when we play Dutch Blitz.
Yeah.
And then anyone else who's sitting with us and watching is like, okay, and they don't play with us again. But I don't know. I love it. It's fast, simple, easy, fun, loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorite card games, but when I play, I do well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
It was Codenames.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one really dropped off the list for I think both of us for the same reason. We just played it a lot.
I don't hate it. I like it. It was just overplayed.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to play it, and like especially as soon as we got it, you got it. Let's play. And then, oh look, I got the Disney version. Well, okay.
Yeah, let's play.
Oh look, I got this version. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh look, and we decided to get Codenames Duet because then we can just play it together.
It's cooperative.
It's cooperative. But yeah, no, I still like it. I'll still play it.
It's another one of the games that you have to think outside the box, and I like using that part of my brain, like kind of like a logic, but like word play
along the same lines as Taboo and
yeah.
Whatchamacallit, concept almost.
Yeah, sort of. It scratches that.
It can be really fun depending on who you're playing with, and not so fun depending on who you're playing with. Yeah.
Well,
so those are our top 5 to finish off our top 10 series. So let us know if you agree. Let us know what your top 5 or your top 10 games of all time are and is. It's been a long day.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that is it.
That's it.
Well, we can remind everyone of what we're doing this Christmas.
Yeah, this Christmas, 2018, in case you're watching this video
later on,
far into the future.
What's the future like? Sorry.
This Christmas, we are doing a kid-friendly, family-friendly board game drive to contribute games to Toy Mountain. The Salvation Army and CTV's Toy Mountain. This is just one way that we are choosing to minister to families and to children for the love of board games and to show love to others.
Yeah, because everyone deserves a game night.
Everyone deserves game night.
Yeah.
And so if you're interested in contributing, if you're in the area and you want to come and drop off a board game, just get in touch with us. Let us know.
Yep.
You can also always just donate money to the Salvation Army. They're a fantastic organization, fantastic charity.
Yep.
And they just do a lot of good in the community and a lot of good to reach out to others and to show the love of Christ. And that is what we are all about. Yeah.
So you can donate. Yeah. Let us know if you want to donate a game or something. We'll work something out. Mm-hmm. Or if you don't have the time or you just don't want to go out and get a game, you can donate financially. You can donate right to the Salvation Army or let us know and we can work out something and we'll go pick out a game for you. We're not going to keep any money. We're not going to keep any games. Everything's going to Salvation Army's Toy Mountain. Yep. Yep. So all right.
For more information on that, just check out our website.
Yep.
So thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys.
See ya.
Go play a game and have fun.